Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, I've been waiting all year to make this comparison. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sneaker Circle. It is your boy Danny back with another review. So in today's video, I am gonna be reviewing the latest Black Cement Air Jordan 3. This is the 2024 pair. This is the 2011 pair. Looking right there, this pair is dead stock from 2011. I got these earlier this year. Full intentions to wear them. Chickened out once I actually saw them in person and saw that air bubble kind of foggy. I don't want to risk it. But I knew these were also coming out this year, so what was the point? Keep these as is and break these in throughout the year or next year. All right, so let me get these out of the box. Bada bing. Here we have 2024 and here we have 2011. They are too close to the top of the frame right now, so let me get them straight onto the table. So I think Jordan Brand did a really good job at staying kind of true in terms of the box. Only difference is on the 2011 pair, the label was on the lid itself, while on these newer pairs and every pair we've seen since, it's on the box itself. But other than that, these feel like two entirely different sneakers, and it is really crazy to think that. So let's get straight into the 2024 pair, because that's the pair that really matters in this situation. Here we have the iconic Black Cement 3. Now, I'm gonna call myself a little lucky in regards of these because I have seen a ton of just factory flaws. So the only real big one I have, I think, is right here on this side of the toe box. It is a glue stain. That's not gonna bother me. That, and I think the toe boxes look a little bit different. So one side is a little more tumbled, one's a little more smooth. But honestly, these quality control issues are nothing new when you collect Air Jordan 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s even ones that are tumbled. But like, if you're a fan of tumbled leather, then look at how it looks for the 2011 pair. So look at that. One thing I might say is this feels like leather with a heavy coating on it. All tumbled leather feels like that. These are a little more soft. So I actually enjoy this kind of less tumbled, more matted leather on these 2024s. I think they're a nice little detail. You still get enough tumble in it if you're a fan of that. I don't really know when tumbled leather really became synonymous with Air Jordan 3s, 4s. Considering the 89s, the original 3s that came out were just smooth leather. Another big complaint I've seen on these is the elephant print. Now, the elephant print on these, in my opinion, are actually pretty good. This is what I remember from my childhood. I started collecting in 2007. So my first experience was with a fire red, and that really didn't have much detail to it. It was like a really dark elephant print. But then 2008, we got the countdown pack, we got Black Cement 3s, and I really got to see what, how that cement print really looked in person, and it was great. 2011's really highlighted that for me. But it had Air Jordan in the back, or the Jumpman. A lot of people from my time just really did not like that. Jordan Brand shifted a couple years ago to Nike. A lot of people love that, and it's still used to this day. But I do feel like this release is getting a ton of hate that I don't think necessarily deserves it. Another cool little detail that I see is the callback to here. These are just like the Jordan 3 specs. I guess they replaced retro cards when these originally released. So I don't really know what kind of iteration these were trying to tackle. I always hear 89. A lot of details that are similar to these. All right, but I can also highlight a place where Jordan got cheap. So this is just a little piece of paper. This is gonna get destroyed within like a week. This is actual cardboard, so they spent a little more money back then on these. But details are pretty much the same. It just gives you that build for the Air Jordan 3s. Let me make sure I don't mix these up, which all I gotta do is feel them. Air Jordan 3s this year, these Black Cements, they have a shorter tongue than most 3s that I've seen. These fit more like a mid. If you look at these right here, that cut is just a little bit lower. I can actually rest them on the table. This cut is a little bit lower compared to these. I swear you're not like at an angle. I'm just showing you as is, I guess, from back here. Now these are both a 10.5. I think the 2018 pair was a lot shorter and the tongue wasn't as pronounced. This tongue is very pronounced, while this one isn't. We also see a slight difference here. This has more of a curve towards the top. These sit a little bit more like mids. I like how they're adding a little more detail to the perforated details right there. On the 2011s, you see that they're just kind of an afterthought. And like seeing these both in person, these just feel chunkier to me. I think that's something these kind of solved or fixed. These just don't feel as chunky in person. These are a little more slender, sleek, and I guess that's true to what you would see when they first released in '89. All right, looking at that bottom, so one Nike, one Jordan. This is what was common back in the day, and I'm not mad at it. I do like the Nike details though, and every time I see these on the screen right now, it feels like these are a smaller size, but I promise these 10.5s fit just like the other Air Jordan 3s you've been buying this year. All in all, I have been waiting for this release. I honestly love Air Jordan 3s. I'm not gonna say no to a pair of 3s that I can just beat down and wear. Right here, I'm actually seeing a gray insole. So right there, it's like gray with a red Jumpman, and then these have the traditional red insole with the Nike Air on them. I mean, if we're just here to compare both and talk details, I gotta tell you everything I see. I think the only real gripe I can have with these is that we saw last year a re-release of the white cements. They were themed, they had an idea behind them, reimagined, whatever the case may be. I do wish we would have seen that with these. Now I understand that's something that can go really far left, kind of like the reimagined Bread 4s, where they just like flipped the materials and they just didn't hit as good as original Bread 4s did. I still would have liked to see these with a little different characteristic versus just, you know, nothing really. But these will be worn into the ground. I'm finally gonna give my white cements a break. That's gonna be the soldier rotation for me. White cements, black cements, white Balvins, black Balvins, and then white A Ma Manières and black A Ma Manières. Speaking of A Ma Manières, so I feel like a lot of people passed on these because they were waiting on these. So for those people, I'd love to show you exactly what you missed out on. So taking a look at both sneakers, you can see how the A Ma Manières have that traditional tumbling that Air Jordan 3s are known for. These are just a little bit smoother, but still tumbled to an extent. I really hope it's not too blown out or glary. I feel like people really slacked on these because they were just expecting gray, black, and essentially white. When you look at these, the white pops a little harder than that cream sole. That gray suede is just completely different right there. Like, I feel like these are two different color tones overall in both sneakers, but they are the same principles: black, gray, and a bit of white, or a type of white. But these to me lean more towards like a warmer side. These lean more towards a cooler side. I think these were insanely slept on for, you know, their release. Definitely you can find them at outlets, or some people have found them in outlets. You can find them for under retail. I'm not mad I got these. I still haven't worn my pair because, I mean, I work from home. Where do I go? I don't go out. But I'm excited to break these out for Art Basel, and I'm gonna go ahead and break these out for Art Basel too, because these are classics. These are just a bit special, and I'm gonna make sure I wear both differently. All right, I think I'm good on comparisons when it comes to there. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the 2024s versus the 2011s. Definitely not something you could do because these dead stock are kind of a mission to find. You know, I'm actually considering getting rid of these now that I have these. I'm really happy with these. But that's not the point of the video. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these on feet. I ain't touching these, I'm sorry. They're staying dead stock because look at that air bubble. Look at that air bubble. And if these do break on me, I wouldn't replace them with that sole. I would just honestly just wear these. If you want to wear black cements, get the 2024 pair. Get them for retail, under retail, whatever you can, honestly. And all right, let's just get straight into the on feet. Peace.